Good morning, Year 3. I hope you've had a restful and enjoyable weekend. Welcome to the first reading lesson of the week. We have a new theme and it's setting description. The ally is to use fact retrieval skills to identify the features of a setting description. As normal, you should be ready and prepared to go. So first of all, do you have your pencil or pen and paper? Use the pause button when you need to. So let's have a recap on reading strategies. After reading the question twice, you need to decide what the question is asking. What are the three W's you need to think about? Is it 1, who, what, where? 2, which, who, and what? And 3, when, why is, whether. Number 2, why is it important to highlight key information from the question? You need to tick 2. Number 1, to help you understand what the question is asking you to do. Number 2, to show you have read the question. And number 3, to find a key word or phrase that can be used to skim and scan for in the text. After reading the answer, your next step is 2. Is it 1, write the answer down? 2, say the answer in your head and write it down? Or 3, say the answer in your head? When given a reading question, what is the last step you should take? Write the answer, number 1. Number 2, read the question twice. Number 3, underline the important information. Or number 4, check that your answer makes sense. And the last one, what do you do when you have found the key word or phrase in the text? Is it 1, read the whole text again? 2, read the following paragraph? Or 3, read around the key information or phrase by looking at the sentence before and after? So let's check to see how people have done. We've not looked at the reading strategies for a few days, so it'd be interesting to see how people did. The first one is number 1, who, what, and where. Number 2, the 2 that you need to select is number 1 and number 3. The third one, after reading the answer, your next step is to... Now this one is a bit tricky, so I will allow you to say it could be 2 or 3. But normally we try and say the answer in your head first and then you would write it down if it makes sense. But I'm going to let you have 2 or 3 for that one. Number 4, when given a reading question, what is the last step you should take? And it's number 4, check that your answer makes sense. And the last one, what do you do when you have found the key word or phrase in the text? Well, if you find the keyword, you're not going to read the whole text again. And you're not going to read the following paragraph. Read around the keyword or phrase by looking at the sentence before and after. So is number 3. How did you do? It's been a while since we looked at the strategies. We will look at the strategies again shortly. So well done if you got 5 out of 5 or 4 out of 5. If you got 3 or less, this week you'll get a chance to look at the strategies every day. It's just so that you can refresh your memory. Okay, so by the end of the week, you will write a setting description in role as a junior engineer who designs and constructs their own robots. Your senses will play a vital role in this text as you will describe the various things you can see, hear, touch, smell, and feel. But first, we need to look at existing text to investigate what it means to be successful. So what do they look like? What are the key features of a setting description? Can I magpie any successful elements to inform my own writing? Some people might be thinking, what is the setting? Well, the setting is where the story takes place. So before we continue, we're going to watch The Girl and the Robot. So we'll watch this first, and then we will continue on. So I'm having trouble getting the YouTube up. There we go. Right, so that's The Girl and the Robot. I know it's called Girl and the Robot on the video, but this is a written text of part of that video. And we're going to use this to develop our understanding of features of a setting description. As the girl entered her workshop, her detailed designs and blueprints were scattered all over the large wooden table. For months she had hidden herself away to work secretly on her creation. She was so close to being ready to activate the robot. Across the floor, the silver nuts and bolts led a snake-like trail to the incredible invention. In the center of the workshop, the girl's creative masterpiece stood proudly. Surrounding the giant iron beast, the machines whirred into action. Buzzing and hissing, the pistons pumped rapidly, and the smell of smoke wafted in the air. Her hands clamped around the cold, hard metal as she attempted to crank the handle and bring the robot to life. All of a sudden, the robot's bulging eyes began to flicker brightly. But sadly, the room was filled with silence. Without hesitation, she quickly turned the red taps and pushed the lever to maximum level. Suddenly, objects in the factory began to tremble, and the pressure on the gauge raced into red. Steam burst out of the juddering pipes and caused the equipment to shudder and shake even more. Screws, pistons and sprockets sprayed around the room, and the workshop filled with darkness. Well, that's the text for this week, and we will come back to this text in a moment. So the word of the day is scattered. Blueprints were scattered all over the large wooden table. So synonyms for scattered are dispersed, separated and disbanded. So it means they're spread all over the floor. The antonym for scattered, or the antonyms for scattered, are assembled, converged and congregated. If we put scattered in another sentence, it could be the zebras quickly scattered as the lion charged at the herd. You could just say they scattered pieces of bread on the floor for the pigeons to eat. Let's move to our fact retrieval skills. Well, if you do fact retrieval, you have to find and fetch the information. So you need to read the question, what information do you need to find? Skim and scan to find keywords from the question. Copy the information exactly as it is written in the text. And our reading strategies. Remember, read the question twice, just to make sure you know what the question wants you to do. And we have the 3 W's, who, what, and where. Who is the main character in the story? What was she doing? And where was the setting? Where did the story take place? So find the right page in the section. We've got 2 pages here. When you're searching for information, make sure you're on the right page. Skim and scan, remember? Skim, you're looking at everything generally. Scan, you're looking for something specific. Read around the information. The answers aren't always in one sentence. It could be in the sentence before and the sentence after. So write down your answer, but you need to check, does it make sense? And normally before you write down your answer, you would think about the answer first. So that's an important part. Okay, fact retrieval. Are you ready? This is your task. What 2 things can be found on the table and the floor of the workshop? So, keyword, 2 things, and table, floor. They are keywords in the question. So you've got words that you can choose down below. Blueprints, tools, nuts and bolts, a wooden crate. When you select your answers, you should be able to find the answers in the text. That's important. Right. Things to think about here are, as the girl entered her workshop, did you notice as you read that, this is a fronted adverbial. What else did you notice in the text? Did you notice for months, comma, fronted adverbial? Across the floor, comma, fronted adverbial. We have underlined in green, secretly. What group does that word belong to? Secretly. Yes, adjective. So you need to be thinking about these things as you read. Pick them up. Silver nuts and bolts led a snake-like trail. What do we call that? Yes, it's called a simile. So as you're reading, don't forget the features of a character description. It works with the features of a setting description as well. So we're using fronted adverbials, we're using adverbs, and we'll be using, as normal, in the text you'll find similes. Right, next question. Why had the girl hidden herself away? Why had the girl hidden herself away? Key word in that question is hidden. So scan for the word hidden. Why are the silver nuts and bolts compared to a snake-like trail? What are the silver nuts and bolts got to do with a snake? So work that out. Think about it. That simile should provide a picture in your mind of what the floor looks like with all those silver nuts and bolts. What was the incredible invention? What was the incredible invention? What do you think the key word is in that question? Or the key words, incredible invention. So find it in the text. What was the incredible invention? Let's move on to the next paragraph. Where was the girl's masterpiece standing? Where was the girl's masterpiece standing? And masterpiece is the key word. Use it. Located in the text. Scan for masterpiece. Use the text to describe her masterpiece. Use the text to describe her masterpiece. The author wants the reader to use their senses. List the sound and smell the reader should sense. So you need to read, find the information that has something to do with using the senses or is related to sound and smell. Moving on. Steam burst out of the shaking concrete structure. Is that true or false? True or false? Look in the text, where steam burst will be the key phrase. What else do you need to look for? What was the girl attempting to do? Write down a fronted adverbial in this paragraph. Write down a fronted adverbial in this paragraph. Draw a simple picture of the screws sprayed around the room. What else was sprayed around the room? So look in the text, find the sentence, and then think of a picture that you can draw to show it. What colour did the gauge race to? Why did the author choose this colour? What colour did the gauge race to? Why did the author choose this colour? Keyword, gauge. What was the room like at the end? What was the room like at the end? So room would be the key word in there. What was the room like? Okay, this week we have a new group of spelling words. What are the rules for adding a double consonant? Well, our rule last week was if it's two or more syllables, the second to last letter is a vowel, the last letter is a consonant, and the final syllable is stressed. So, for instance, begin. Begin has two syllables, so we can apply the double consonant rule. So first of all, the second to last letter is a vowel, the last letter is a consonant, and the final syllable, gin, is stressed. So to add ing, we double the N. To add er, we double the N and add ER. Prefer. Prefer has 2 syllables. If you clap it, prefer, 2 syllables. Does it follow the rule? The second to last letter is a vowel, and the last letter is a consonant, and the final syllable is stressed. Fur. It is stressed. So you can apply the double consonant rule. Double the R, add ing. And if you want to add ed, double the R, add ed. So once again, we've got forgot and forget. I'll explain to you. So if we want to add en, the suffix en to forgot, we have to first of all see if we can use the double consonant rule. It has 2 syllables, for and got. The second to last letter is an O, the final letter is a consonant, and got, the final syllable, is stressed, so we can apply the rule. So double the T, add en. Double the T, add ing. Right, you can't have, for instance, you can have forgotten, but you can't have forgotted. It'd have to be just forgot. Okay? And you can have forgetting, but you can't have forgotten. There's no such word. So these are things that you'll pick up with experience. Open, opening, opened, opener. So first of all, if we apply the rule, yes, open has 2 syllables, but it has the second to last letter is a vowel, the last letter is a consonant, but the final syllable, N, is not stressed. So you do not apply the double consonant rule. You just add the suffix ing, add the suffix ed, or add the suffix er. And enter is the same as well. Enter has 2 syllables. The second syllable is not stressed because we pronounce enter as ent-er, and is not stressed, so you do not apply the double consonant rule. You just add the suffix ing or the suffix ed. Now there's a new rule that we're going to use today. It's called the 1-1-1 rule. If it has 1 syllable and the second to last letter is a vowel and the last letter is a consonant, then we can double the consonant and add ing and add er. Now you can't have runned. You change the word to ran. So you can have running and runner, but you can't have runned. You'd have ran instead. If you got jog, it's 1 syllable. Second to last letter's a vowel. The last letter's a consonant. So therefore, you can double the consonant, double G, add the suffix ing, add the suffix ed, add the suffix er. And the same with trip. Because it has the 1-1-1 rule, you can double the consonant. Oops. Oh yeah, that's it for today with the spelling. And finally, when you've done your setting description questions, please email to yr3@grange.harrow.sch.uk. Many thanks for your wonderful work, and it's greatly appreciated that you are spending time doing the best you possibly can. Thank you very much. Look forward to speaking to you tomorrow. Bye for now.